Yo, what is going on, y'all, man? It's your boy BB here again, and I am back with another video. So you guys already know I recently just uploaded the ZenBook A14 video, which I've been using for the past 2 weeks, and ASUS came in clutch again. They want me to show you guys this TUF gaming PC for gaming and streaming and stuff like that. But before this, I actually want to say something, guys. So at the beginning of this year, I made it a goal to buy the ASUS GeForce G14 and make tons of videos with it. I want to buy a laptop. I want to buy a gaming laptop. So it's the ASUS G14. Let me know if you guys are interested in the laptop. I think it's going to be a very good comparison with my M3 Pro MacBook Pro right here. That's a video I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, if ASUS is watching this video, I would like to work with you guys. I like the laptops you guys make. It's just that I couldn't afford them at the time, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I kid you guys not, I actually spent like my entire savings, everything in my bank account. I spent it on this laptop and make tons of videos. ASUS saw the videos. Shout out to you guys. The videos were doing good. ASUS saw the videos and they were like, yo, we want to work with you. Even though they're not paying me. Working with ASUS, are you crazy, bro? This is like the Apple of Windows laptop right there. I'm going to be showing you guys this laptop, this PC, man. So basically, it's a pair of the NVIDIA RTX 5060 Ti or 5070, I think so. I'll go through the specs later. An Intel processor as well. And as you guys can see, it's crazy. I have this beautiful desk setup, and it's powered by a MacBook. I know I'm a boring guy, but I'm not going to waste you guys this time. Let's get into unboxing this beast of a PC, and yeah, let's get to it. So do you guys know what's crazy? This PC actually costs less than most gaming laptops. I think it goes for like $12.99. And I'm actually excited to see how this runs. I'm going to be trying it for like streaming, because some people who want to stream actually are on a budget and they want to start like a streaming career right now or whatever. So let's see what's inside this box. Oh my god, yo, this thing looks huge, bro. First we have this. What the hell is in here? Bro, it comes with a... Yo, that is crazy. It comes with a mouse, with a gaming mouse. That is crazy work. What the hell? I wasn't expecting that, I swear to God. Now let's take out the PC itself. If it comes with a keyboard, bro, I would just explode. And I think it did. Bro, don't tell me this is a keyboard, bro. There's no way. Bro, it comes with a keyboard. A PC that comes with a mouse and a keyboard. That is crazy. Now I think I have to take out the PC itself. Alright, y'all, so let's see what this PC... Oh my god, it's actually kind of heavy. This is fire, I'm not even going to lie. Just based on what I'm seeing, I feel like the aesthetics is crazy too. Oh my god. Yo, bro, this is crazy. It has a transparent glass that lets you see the internals. That is crazy. Hopefully like flashes lights and everything. You can see the DDR5 RAM. I know you guys are probably like a grown-ass man worried about a PC. Bro, leave me alone, bro. I couldn't buy this when I was a kid, and now I could have this. Are you crazy, bro? I think some of the internals are not connected. Or am I tripping? Can you take this off? So this is basically everything that comes in the box. You have the PC itself, and then the power adapter connects it. And then a mouse, which honestly this mouse look crazy, bro. I could see myself using this mouse for like gaming and stuff. And then the keyboard. So if you're really on a budget and you want to start your gaming and streaming career, I'm actually excited to like try all this out. So this is going to be my first time setting up a desktop gaming PC for myself. For the most part, I've always worked with laptops, except from a few times when I had to work on a computer hardware at school. Luckily, there isn't much to do since this is a pre-built PC. All I needed is to find the right cables to use and mess up my cable management in the process. The connection process was straightforward. This machine has all the ports needed to get everything up and running. I connected the ultra-wide monitor using the display ports and the 24-inch monitor using HDMI. HDMI. The keyboard and mouse that came in the box were connected via USB-A, and that's really all there is to connect. As for the setup process, it's pretty much the same as most Windows systems. I intend to primarily use this PC for gaming and test if it's worth the money, especially for people who want to start streaming. Now keep in mind that this is a loaner unit, so I only get to test this for a couple weeks. Alright, so this is the ASUS TUF T500, a pre-built PC designed with gamers in mind. It's powered by the Intel Core i7-13620H processor paired with the RTX 5060 Ti, 16GB of DDR5 RAM and 1TB of SSD. Now for those who don't know, the processor in here is actually made for gaming laptops, which means ASUS went with a more compact laptop style motherboard. So you really can't see the CPU because it's basically soldered into the motherboard, and these three pipes pass heat from the CPU to the fans, so when it's overworked and heated up, that's how it cools off. It's kind of crazy because this is this kind of CPU you will find in most laptops, like, you know, for example, I think this is the same thing you would see in something like the G14, because you can't upgrade the CPU if you want to in the future. So yeah, it cools off using a custom triple pipe air cooler with a 90mm fan. You also get an 80+ platinum power supply for the motherboard and other components, which keeps power draw efficient and stable under load. So as you guys can see, the 80+ platinum power supply with 115 volts is what powers the GPU and other components, and they even give extra cables that you could use to power other components like an extra storage drive, or I don't know, any other thing you want to add to the PC, but it's just there for those who need it. And I also noticed they also added an extra slot right here that you can use to add other components like a Wi-Fi card or maybe an Ethernet card or something like that. So, but these are things I'm not gonna mess with because, like I said, this is a loaner unit, so I'm not going to do any upgrades. But for those who care about things like that, that's there for you. Now, some people might not be happy with having a laptop CPU in a desktop PC. It's just not traditional and sounds cheap for a build. But to me personally, what really matters is how well it performs in a real world. The only problem is the limitation when it comes to upgradability. So for those who are looking to upgrade the CPU in the future, this is probably not for you. Let's say, for example, you want to add a super fast SSD to the M2 slot or make use of the SATA cable. You have to consider the capability of the CPU, which in this case cannot be upgraded. With that being said, there is the flexibility to swap out the GeForce graphics card and the DDR5 RAM for an upgrade, but I think the CPU is just as important to keep up with future performance. Alright, so I actually like the overall design of this PC. Definitely fits my aesthetics and match my desk setup. A tinted transparent glass for visible internals and custom LED lights that can be controlled using the Armoury Crate software. Oh, and this mean looking front just looks fire, and it has vents all around for air to pass through. As I mentioned earlier, this machine is fully loaded with ports. So at the back we get 4 display ports, 2 HDMI ports, 4 USB-A ports and an Ethernet port. At the front we get 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port, all with a transfer speed of 5 GB per second and an headphone jack for audio. I would have loved to see more USB-C ports and faster transfer speed, especially for a performance focused PC that can also be used for creativity. So moving on with the setup process, I connected to my home Wi-Fi instead of an Ethernet cable. I know it would have been a faster network option, but my Ethernet cable is just not long enough to route to the modem. This unit of the TUF T500 comes with the regular Wi-Fi 6, which offers relatively fast internet connection, though it's not the newer 6E standard. I started with installing softwares like the Chrome browser, Discord, productivity apps. The download speed was quick and apps were also fast to launch. Proceeded to download some of my favorite games, pulled out the ASUS G14 to get the login info for gaming platforms like Steam and Epic Games. These gaming files can be from 50 to 100 GB each, which took some time to download as expected, but I would say the download speed was fairly reasonable. Installing lots of files at once quickly ate up the memory to about 70%. The PC is powering 2 monitors with the ultra-wide connected via DisplayPort for a better gaming experience, and I just couldn't wait to start gaming. With games like Call of Duty, Apex Legends, Valorant and FIFA installed, I should be able to tell how good this PC performs. Alright, y'all, so it's been about 2 weeks since I've been using this PC now, and honestly, it's actually been on since the day I unboxed it. I haven't shut down the computer or restart the computer yet. Surprisingly, the thermals has been cool. The fan hasn't gone on, even though the fans are on right now, but the way it's engineered, it's kind of like, I don't think this PC can actually make any noise. And I've also not noticed any heating issue while playing games and doing stuff like that. But one thing I just realized is when I'm playing videos, it's been lagging a little bit. I just noticed that actually today. I'm currently watching MKBHD's most recent video, and it's kind of like lagging. Like, it plays good, but you could just tell, like, I don't know if it's because I messed with the frame rates and stuff like that, but as you guys can see, it's powering the setup right now, even though my MacBook is powering the other end of the setup, but that's what is currently running right now. So I'm going to restart the computer, and then we could discuss more about like the performance and stuff like that. So let's get right into it. So after having the PC on for about 2 weeks, I had to restart it because it's been lagging and the memory seems to be occupied with all the multiple apps running in the background. Now, before I dive into a real world test, I installed Geekbench for benchmark tests to get an idea of what the CPU is capable of. Single core performance include work related to HTML browser, text processing, snappy app response, browsing heavy workflows, or light productivity tasks and things of that nature. I got a score of 2366 on single core. As for multi-core, which includes video editing while rendering, live streaming while gaming, or large file compression, I got a score of 10,542. These are impressive numbers for a CPU made for laptops, but again, this is a desktop PC. The Geekbench results give an idea of how well this should perform in a real world. So with that, I get to launching games, starting with Apex Legend. I made sure to enable all the max settings and the gaming experience is just as smooth as it gets. The frame rate stayed consistent with no stutter. I was averaging 100 FPS on my ultra-wide 1440p display, which actually maxed at 100 Hz. Now, the CPU managed to stay healthy, consuming between 40 to 50% of its power, which is quite moderate. Call of Duty is another game I enjoy to play even though I don't have the time for it. It's a game that heavily depends on the GPU and CPU with around 12 to 16 GB of RAM usage. This is because it prioritizes high frame rates and smooth online gameplay. Again, I made sure all the settings are high and the gameplay is actually smooth with consistent frame pacing. Surprisingly, I was getting above 100 FPS with the use of 45 to 50% of the CPU and almost 100% of the GPU. With that being said, performance shows that when playing for hours, the CPU temperature was getting up to 90 degrees and the GPU was around 75 to 80 degrees, which is still healthy. And this is when the thermals start to go up, with the CPU fans at 2100 RPM and the GPU fans at 2265 RPM. Things are starting to get heated up and the fans are going off. The PC seems to be hot, but it's managed to maintain the smoothness. Personally, I think the noise level isn't bad. It's not even as noisy as the one on the G14, which makes sense because it uses the 3-pipe to cool the CPU, so the noise only comes from the GPU fans, and that only happens when consuming the GPU power. It also helps that there are vents around the body case for air to pass through. This machine is engineered perfectly to accommodate the pressure. So far, the performance has been consistent across every game I have played, even though I haven't experienced anything above 110 FPS. Obviously not the best experience, but for the specs, this is actually impressive. It's apparently even smoother than all the Windows laptops I've tested so far, and I haven't touched my MacBook in the past 2 weeks except from when I'm editing, of course, because I use Final Cut Pro. But as for every other work I do, from photo editing to productivity tasks, getting my schoolwork done, and generally just browsing the web, the performance has been flawless. Now, I did notice that the 16GB of RAM is quick to get consumed when running multiple apps, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't affect the performance for the most part as long as there is space left, but it would be nice to have at least 32GB of RAM for a desktop powerhouse like this. Another huge concern is upgradability. I think having a PC should include the flexibility to upgrade its components in the future to keep up with current performance trend. So the fact that you are stuck with the same CPU means you might need to buy an entire new PC in the future for an upgrade. That said, some people probably don't care about messing with the components and just want a PC that's ready for games or to start a streaming career. Overall, the TUF T500 is a great PC that I would have loved to keep based on my experience. I actually don't mind its shortcomings because it's been working perfectly and handles everything I have thrown at it with ease. I like the overall design, it fits my desk aesthetics, it's very power efficient, being able to stay on for more than 2 weeks without crashing. I wish I get to keep this for myself, but but unfortunately I have to return it back to ASUS since it's a loaner unit. But I can confidently say that I am not disappointed from my experience with the TUF T500.